Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. In this video, we are looking at the MLB main slate for DraftKings and Fanduel. We have 5 games tonight. Let's get into it. As always, if you enjoy the videos, appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Great day yesterday on the main slate for baseball. We put up a 118.7, which cashed on both sites. The early slate DraftKings put up 120.75. Fanduel main put up 141. Early put up 145. All of them cashed in double-ups and tournaments except for the Fanduel main. And NBA did great on both sites, 351 on DraftKings and 367 on FanDuel. Lots of great plays. Horde, Simpson, Siakam, Porter, all the guys from the core plays smashed. So check out the website if you want to join us. Check out Twitter for updates if you want to see the recaps. We're on Twitter. And before we get into the video, got that Dwayne Haskins news. Super unfortunate and very sad tragedy. Rest in peace to him. His life was basically just getting started. 24 years old, worked his whole life to get to the NFL, and just so sad it's all taken away in one day. Prayers for his family, for his friends. Just another awful thing that's been happening in the world. But what can you do? Just got to keep praying and hope that things improve. Looking at this slate for baseball, let's go back to Fantasy Labs, look at their lineup tool. We have a couple of teams that you're going to be looking at. We have the first Coors main slate here with the Dodgers against the Rockies. This one should be very high scoring as the game as the totals kind of tell you. 6.7 for the Dodgers, run total 5.6 for the Rockies. And the wind is blowing out a little bit. You got 76 degrees, so that is awesome. That's going to be a good stack. Other stacks that look appealing are definitely the Braves going up against Vladimir Gutierrez, a guy that struggles against lefties, and you're getting a bunch of lefties in this lineup. You can look to some of these Mets, like Cano is super cheap once again. He was decent yesterday when he got a hit and a couple RBIs, which is what you're kind of looking for. And I would say that the other stack would be the Padres, but they are definitely behind these other teams. Looking at the pitchers today, I'm going with Justin Verlander. He's going up against the Angels. He's 96, but I don't really care. We haven't seen him pitch in quite some time because he was dealing with Tommy John surgery, but looks like he still looked great in the spring training. He threw about 9 innings, had 11 strikeouts. Opponents hitting under 200 against him. He's probably not going to go super deep into games, but that's the same thing can be said for all of these guys making their first start of the year. Second guy I'm going to go ahead and plug in is Chris Bassett, coming over from the Oakland A's. Really solid pitcher, good with the strikeouts, about 1 per inning. He's averaging maybe a little bit over that this year, pitching against this Washington team that just not super scary of a lineup. You got lots of strikeouts here with Franco. With the bottom of the order, has not much power. Franco has some power, but the only guys you're scared of is Soto and Cruz and maybe Josh Bell, but he also struggles at times. So those are the 2 pitchers I like. Leaves you with over 4,000-ish for the bats, hopefully. The salary is right today. Looking at the hitters here, catcher, looking at some of the teams that you're going to be looking to stack here. So, Will Smith, he looks good if you're stacking the Dodgers. Travis d'Arnaud, if you're stacking the Braves. Those are the top options, and otherwise you're just kind of digging for value. If Thomas Nido's in the lineup for the Mets, he looks fine. First base, looking at some of these Dodgers, not only are they in cores, but their price tags are not even that expensive, so they should be one of the most popular stacks today. They should be the most expensive hitters when they're in cores, especially. Marquez is a decent pitcher, but they should not be cheaper than these Angels hitters and these Reds hitters and Braves hitters here. So first guy I'm putting in is Freddie Freeman. Lefty-righty matchup. I should absolutely have a lot of opportunities to drive in some runs here if the Dodgers are able to score a lot of runs in cores, and 48 is just such a good price tag. Over at second base, another Dodger that you can look to is Gavin Lux at only 28. He should be batting near the bottom of the order, but still gives you that upside. If you're looking in the top end, it would be Ozzie Albies would be the guy that I'm looking at. So those are 2 options. And all the way at the top, you have Trey Turner. Third base, another Dodger that I like is Max Muncy, another lefty that we can target against Marquez. And Muncy is also very affordable. You get a bunch of power with Freeman and Muncy. They both can go yard. Both give you double dong upside as well. So I just don't know why the Dodgers are so cheap. They are going to be super popular. Even Justin Turner is down to 39. Shortstop, you can continue the Dodgers stack and put in Trey Turner here. Don't have very many other pay-ups here because I don't think Lindor will be in the lineup after getting hit near the face or maybe close to the face last night, which led to a benches cleared incident. You just don't have much in the 3K range that looks that appealing. So I guess we can look to Diaz. He came through for us yesterday with a home run, put up over 20 fantasy points. So his price tag has come up a little bit, but still like him if we wanted to just go with a one-off on the Astros side. In the outfield, some of these, you can also run it back, not just focus on stacking the Dodgers. Stack or get a couple of Rockies in there. They brought in Chris Bryant, so they do have some power. They lost Trevor Story, replaced him with Chris Bryant. But the guy I like most is Charlie Blackmon, 41. Super cheap for an outfielder in cores, especially with Blackmon's upside. Batting leadoff, he had a down year last year, but still bats at the top of the order. And he had a pretty good spring. I think he should continue this. He's getting up there in age now, 35, but going up against the Dodgers here. They have a good bullpen, but you never know how that's going to fare in cores. Tony Gonsolin is decent, but lefty-righty matchup, another lefty that we can look to. And then the last lefty I'm plugging in here is Eddie Rosario. Should be batting leadoff for the Braves, going up against a pitcher that is also gives up some home runs and is not good against left-handed hitters. Rosario should have a lot of opportunities, maybe 5 at-bats if they are able to score a lot of runs. So that's 6 guys I like on DraftKings. Let's go over to FanDuel. All right, over on FanDuel, I'm putting in Justin Verlander. He's 10-4. Bassett, Musgrove, Syndergaard, they're all above 9K. They're pretty closely priced, especially Musgrove and Bassett. Just give me the best overall pitcher with Verlander, even though he might throw less pitches than these guys. But I don't expect any of these guys to throw over 80. Looking at catcher and first base, FanDuel at least priced up some of these Dodgers a bit, but they're still very affordable and very easy to get to. First base, Freeman, like him a lot, but I'll take Muncy for 500 less. Other options would be Pete Alonso if you're looking to stack up the Mets. Looking at some of these cheap catchers like Diaz if he's in the lineup. Maybe Luke Voit as a one-off play or like a mini stack. Second base, love Trey Turner, Ozzie Albies. You can go down to maybe Altuve. He had a good game yesterday, home run, but he's always good against left-handed pitching, which once again yesterday proved that. Other plays would be $2,000 flat for, I actually could look to Cano at $2,200 and then $2K flat for Diaz. I mean, he looks very good at that price tag. Third base, like Chris Bryant as your pay up. But just to get to some of these more bats here, I'm putting in Diaz because $2,000 is super cheap. Gives you power, which we saw yesterday. Should be in the lineup. And just a lot to like with that sort of price tag. Third base, like I kind of talked about some of these guys already. Going over to shortstop, like Trey Turner a lot at 45. There's not very many pay-ups here, so it's Trey Turner, Gavin Lux, just because we don't know if Lindor will be in the lineup or not. In the outfield, go with Eddie Rosario once again. Only $3,000 on FanDuel. Very easy to get to him. Looks good against a right-handed pitcher. Not really looking at the Angels guys today. I mean, they're behind the Dodgers, the Rockies, even maybe the Padres stack. But I'll go ahead and maybe put in like Mookie Betts. You can probably get to him pretty easily. Plugging in these 5 guys still leaves you with $2,850, so you're going to need some value. But you can find that in the outfield with a lot of guys below $3,000, like Ozuna at $3,000 flat. You have like Will Myers, another guy in cores, Connor Joe, Mark Canha, Brennan Nimmo, batting leadoff for them. Lots of good value that we can look to. But looking at the Dodgers a lot today, like the Braves, my second favorite stack. We'll see what the price tag is on Charlie Blackmon. He's also 33, probably look to get to him as well. But that's about it for the video. Thank you for watching. Best of luck tonight, and I will see you all next time. And also, enjoy UFC 273. Should be a blast.